Take a look at this incredible piece of Gibson history from 1955. This is a Gibson Les Paul model, the Goldtop. But it's not just your average 55 Goldtop, because this one is all gold. Front, back, side to side. This one is all gold. Somewhere around maybe 20% of the mid-50s Goldtops are both gold on the top and the back, instead of the standard kind of natural stain mahogany. So this is one of those very uncommon example, and a really clean one too. I mean, I was blown away by this thing. So the niece of the owner of this guitar reached out to me last year, and we spent a couple months talking about it. And then my friend Mike went and picked it up in Attleboro, Massachusetts, with her uncle. And thanks so much, Mike, for doing that travel for me. He asked the owner what was the story of this Les Paul, as far as he knew. And he said that he bought this guitar back in 1960. So he was the second owner, but he's owned it since 1960. His friend was selling it, just needed some money and had this guitar, and he did a great job preserving it. I mean, he didn't put any goofy, parts on it or go changing things or refinish it. This is its original finish from Gibson. He was just a hobbyist player, and so there's really low miles on this guitar. You can see in the frets, there's a little bit of wear, but they're still nice full height, even for small frets. And on the back of the neck, on a lot of these all gold ones, you'll see that the back of the necks will turn green, because once the clear coat wears away, the copper inside that gold dust will oxidize and turn green. So a lot of times they'll just be like a straight green back of the neck, and the rest of the guitar will be gold. You can see on this one, it's got plenty of finish checking, but just a little bit of greening in those checks. No headstock repair, original tuners, original buttons, just really special. Look at the back of the body. No buckle rash or anything. Just nice kind of light checking. Really nice condition guitar. Weighs in at just over 9 pounds, 9.1 I think. But if you want to look at any of the measurements on any of the guitars listed in my shop, you can go to the listing, there's a link below, and scroll down to the measurements portion. You'll get weight, neck dimensions, pickup readings, everything you can need there. So this is a mid-50s Goldtop, so it's going to have a fat neck profile, measuring in about 90/100ths of an inch at the first fret, up to a full inch at the 12th fret. So that's about as fat as the Les Pauls get in the mid-50s. Then they slimmed down a little bit in 59, and then all the way in 1960. So this is mid-1955, just before the transition to the Tune-o-matic bridge. So in late 59, they start doing the Tune-o-matic instead of the wrap tails. And so this is just before that. It's 5-5, so mid-1955. 100% original guitar, except for two pieces. Two small plastic pieces, but impossible parts to find. One of them is this poker chip, or what the switch ring, I guess, is a more correct term, not poker chip. That's what the collectors call it. But yeah, it's a really thin piece of plastic, and so when the Goldtops a lot of times will kind of flop around in these original cases, sometimes it will kind of hit the switch and it will bust out the center of that ring. So he must have tossed it long ago. This is a reproduction switch ring, original tip and switch. But I'm looking for a switch ring, so if you have one, reach out to me. Then the other thing is that the jack plates will kind of crack. So this is a reproduction plate, same style as what would have been on there. When the guitar came in, it had like a metal jack plate, probably because the original just kind of cracked. So yeah, that's a reproduction plate, but every other part on this guitar is original as it came from Gibson. Original solder, finish, no repairs, pickups, every single piece. So it's just one of the nicest I've ever seen. No forearm wear, no buckle rash, and it's a mid-55, late in the wrap tail time period, so they really have kind of sorted out a lot of the issues that they had on the early style wrap tail guitars, where they would use these bridge post bushings that were set inside the body that were just a bit too short. They were only about a 1/2 inch long, and so the leverage of the string pull would end up kind of collapsing those bridges forward. But you can see this one straight up and down. They probably were using the long bushings at this point, and I could see when I did the restring, I took this bridge off to intonate the bridge. I could see the gold paint kind of spilling over top of the bushings. So these are the original bushings, and just perfect bridge post geometry. So great string vibration transferred to the body. It's just got everything you might want. Low miles on the frets. it's a really nice example. So called on my friend Riggs to play it for us, show us how it sounds. So that's the 1955 Gibson Les Paul model. This one is all gold, one of 862 gold tops shipped in 1955, but maybe 200 or so all gold. We don't know exact figures on how many were all gold, but maybe about 20%. So it's a really nice example. I'm very proud to have it in my shop. If it's still available, there's going to be a link below in the description. If it's not, so sorry. I'm not surprised that this one moved on. But I'm always looking for this quality level vintage guitar. So if you're looking around for values on 50s Les Pauls, you can reach out to me below. Be happy to take a look. Maybe the buyer you're looking for, or might be able to connect you with someone that would be. So thanks so much for watching. My name is John. My shop's called True Vintage Guitar here in Birmingham, Alabama. Please subscribe if you want to see some more videos on vintage guitars. Thanks.